Hello everyone, the Worm is back again with some more Virtue's Last Reward. Last time, we were dealt a terrible blow in the form of a very sudden betrayal by Alice. But I have recovered, and it is time that we move on from that. We also got a bit of background on our new character, Sigma. He's a university student, and he was kidnapped around Christmas time. He was doing a paper, he was using the computers at school, and was kidnapped after he tried to leave in his car, which was obviously tampered with. He was seemingly kidnapped by Zero, wearing the exact same type of clothing that we saw in 999, the gas mask with a cloak or jacket on top. Yeah, we got, so those were the two sort of big events of last time, just the dealing with the aftermath of the vote, and then talking about a bit of Sigma's past. Now, it appears, we are going to be devoting some of our time to exploring the places we've already been to, considering the fact that we have a good amount of time before the next chromatic doors open. We could see when we pressed the buttons on our bracelets that the timer is still, there's still quite some time left. Of course, another consequence of the vote was that apparently our teams get scrambled. So I believe we're still a pair, but now we're a yellow pair, and I believe our partner is Luna. And funnily enough, Alice is our solo. So we will. I'm sure when we get to the actual chromatic doors opening, we'll be able to decide on who goes with who. Until then, let's look around a bit. Obviously, we were just in the crew quarters for the last set of chromatic doors. So, let's look at someplace new, shall we? Let's go to the lounge. That sounds like a nice, relaxing place to be, doesn't it? Lounge.
Oh, hey Sigma.
Hey Fi. Fi's not really happy with me right now, considering the choice from last time. Which is kind of understandable. Hopefully it doesn't lead to lasting damage, though.
Can I get you a seat?
Are you some kind of waitress?
What do you want?
What? I'm not allowed to be here? What do you mean, what do I want? I just came here to check up on you guys. So, this is the lounge, huh? A bar, a sofa, and 3 ladies. I feel like I'm in a VIP room.
Can I get you a drink?
You better not be underage.
I turned 21 just the other day.
How about that? I think that's the first time we've had a confirmation of age in the game. Well, yes, in this game, but I also mean 999, because I don't think our ages were ever given at any point. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like we were never told that. And of course, that doesn't really help me because I'm not... someone in the... it's been a while. But someone in the comments at one point told me the year that 999 took place in. But I don't think I wrote it down, and I was kind of waiting for the game to tell me that, but I don't think it ever did, so... It's good to know this now, but I don't think this tells me anything about, you know, how much time has passed since the first game. I see. Well, I guess we could probably have a drink or two then. Unfortunately, as much fun as that sounds like, I don't think that's a very good idea.
Why not?
This isn't really a good time to be getting wasted.
Really? It seems like this sort of thing is exactly what makes people want to drink in the first place.
You've got a point.
Sigma?
Yeah, so Luna's character seems to be just the ultra wholesome girl the whole time. I'm just kidding. Besides, I've got a headache. Drinking is probably not the best plan.
It hasn't gone away yet?
Well, it was fine for a while, but now I guess the bastard's back.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm sure if I just leave it alone, it'll go away in a bit. That's how it went before, anyway. Has this been happening to anyone else?
What? The headaches?
Uh-huh.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I did get one a bit ago. I feel fine now, though.
What about you, Luna?
You know, I think I did have a bit of a headache earlier.
Uh-huh.
Not me. No headaches here.
So... before we had Phi and Sigma as perhaps candidates for getting morphogenic messages. Maybe Luna too? But maybe not Clover. Interesting.
Well...
Well, what?
It's hard to explain. I just feel kind of weird.
Or maybe not. Or maybe she is.
Your head feels weird? No. My body feels weird.
Ah, okay.
Like my whole body.
Whole body. That would include your head. Do you feel kind of numb? I think I've got the same thing. It's kind of like, like when you fall asleep on top of one of your arms, and then when you wake up, that arm feels kind of like it's not really yours anymore. It's not just my arm, though. My whole body feels kind of numb and foreign.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of like that, but...
Oh, if that's what you're talking about, then yeah, I know what you mean.
Really?
It's kind of like my body isn't really mine.
I'm not sure I like this description.
I'm sort of floating. Like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's because of the anesthetic gas.
The what now?
It might have looked like white smoke. The stuff they used when they abducted you.
Oh, yeah, right.
It seems like we were unconscious for a long time, so it must have been pretty powerful stuff.
You think this might be some kind of side effect?
Well, it could be a side effect, or it could be that it just hasn't worn off completely yet.
Huh.
Whatever. That's not important. Right now we need to figure out how to get out of here.
Alright. I'll go have a look somewhere else then. You guys gonna stick around here?
Yeah. Haven't really taken a good look at everything yet.
Okay. Catch you later then. I waved goodbye and headed toward the exit. Where to next? Of course, we're not going to be able to actually examine the rooms. I'm sure we will on subsequent playthroughs, however. Infirmary. Infirmary. Yeah. Looks about right. So, this is the infirmary, huh?
Oh, Sigma.
Alice?
What's up with your face? You look like you just saw a roach. Are you still angry?
Of course. I'm teetering on the brink of the abyss thanks to you.
I didn't have a choice. I'm just trying to get out of here like we all are.
And that's enough to justify screwing someone else over.
That's not what I meant, and you know it. If I'd known for sure that you were going to choose Ally, then I would have chosen Ally too.
Easy for you to say that now.
What? Am I such a horrible person for wanting to get out of here? I have to get out of here. There's so many things I still want to do.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes. I want to eat tons of delicious food and fall in love.
What an idiot.
Excuse me?
And I was going to take your side, but after that load of horse shit, you're on your own.
Ugh. Look. Let me try this again. I'm frustrated, but there really is something important I have to do.
Which is?
Avenge my father's murder. That's what I have to do.
What happened to him? Could you elaborate on that?
No, I couldn't. This isn't the kind of thing I should be telling people I don't even know.
Fine. Just tell me one thing. Does your father's murder have anything to do with us being trapped here?
I have no idea. As to why you're here, your guess is as good as mine. But it's possible that his death is connected to my abduction.
Meaning?
I was on their trail. I was tracking down the people who killed him.
How close were you?
I can't say. But it's possible that I was getting close enough that they decided something had to be done with me.
Are you a detective?
Well, I wouldn't really say I'm a detective. Not a bad guess, though. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Well, I mean, you don't really have the, detective look?
I didn't say I was a detective.
Then what are you? CIA?
No.
Fine. Well, whatever you are, you don't look like one.
That's fine. In my line of work, the less I look like what I am, the better. Better I keep them guessing.
Hey, what's the deal with you and Clover?
What's she got to do with anything?
Well, you know each other, right? I was thinking maybe you were related or worked together or something.
No. She has nothing to do with my work. She's just a friend that I met somewhere.
Where is somewhere?
In the middle of a desert.
A desert.
Yes. But that's an awfully long story. Wait, hold on. Why am I the only person getting the 3rd degree? That doesn't seem fair to me. How about you guys give up a little personal information, too? We'll start with you, Tenmyoji. Who are you?
Just a garbage collector.
Any ties to Zero?
None.
What's your relationship with Quark? You two know each other, right?
Do I have to answer that?
Well, if you really don't want to, it's not like I can force you.
No. And I apologize, but I don't have anything to say about that subject. I mean, it's not like you told us everything either.
I see. Very well, then. Dio, it's your turn. What's your profession?
Well, you're probably gonna think I'm full of shit, but I'm a circus ringleader.
I knew it. A ringleader.
You're kidding.
It's the outfit, man. It looks like it.
Nope, I'm the real deal. I lead a company of about 50 people. We travel all over the world. It was my grandfather's grandfather who founded it, but my father died at a young age. I'm a 5th-generation ringleader. My old man was a trapeze artist. He tried to do this quadruple flip and missed. Well, I guess he wasn't really young. He was about 40. Still, he was pretty reckless for a guy that age. Always talking about how he couldn't let the kids show him up. Guess he just took it too far.
I see. You lost your father too, then.
Yeah. Shit. Guess I got a little sappy there. Anyway, point is, I don't have any damn idea how I'm connected to Zero. I got grabbed on the last night of one of our tour stops. I'd gone out to a couple bars and gotten shit-faced. On my way back to the caravan, this black van pulls up. Somebody grabs me and throws me inside. Before I can even get a look at them, they hit me with that gas and I'm out like a light. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the AB room. Anyway, enough about me. We still haven't heard your story, Sigma. Who are you?
I told you guys the first time we met. Don't you remember? I was on my way home from school, and when I got into my car, this white gas started pouring out everywhere.
Are you some kind of doctor?
Huh? No. I'm still working on my degree. I'm shooting for a PhD, but I'm not quite there yet.
I guess you've been working on that for quite a while, huh?
Yeah, I guess I have.
Can you think of anything that might connect you to any of this?
Believe me, I've thought about it, but I just keep drawing a blank.
What about Zero?
No idea.
Do any of the people here look familiar to you?
Nope. You're all strangers. Well, I guess I can't really say for sure about Kay, since I haven't seen his face. I suppose it's possible he's someone I know.
Just who is he anyway?
Until that amnesia clears up, I don't think we've got any way of knowing.
Oh, come on. You know he's full of shit.
You still don't believe him?
Of course not.
Okay, well, Kay is a bit of a mystery, but what about some of the others? Clover, for instance. What does she do?
I think she's a student. At night, she's a waitress or a bartender or something.
What about Quark? Well, I guess he probably doesn't really have a job, huh? He's still in elementary school, right? Why is that funny?
It's nothing. Just forget about it. Yeah, you're right. Boy his age would be in elementary school.
You really don't know much, do you? About Quark, I mean.
And if it makes you feel better, sure.
Well, I know a little about Luna. I got her talking when we were in the infirmary. She says she's got some sort of medical license or something.
She's a nurse?
It could mean she's a doctor.
I don't know, she didn't say. Just going by how she looks, though, I'd guess nurse.
That leaves us with Phi. She's the most mysterious to me. What does a girl like that do?
You've been around her the most, Sigma. She told you anything?
Look, I just don't know, alright? It's just kind of there. Like, I looked at you, and some part of my brain just said, that's Sigma.
No. Nothing in particular.
You sure?
Yeah. She's a real mystery, all right. I honestly know about as much as you do. So, basically nothing. I hadn't really realized it until I said it. I'd spent hours with Phi, and yet I know nothing about her, except her name. And I only had her word that even that was the truth. Who was she really? The more I thought about it, the more suspicious she seemed. A fake detective, a waitress, a garbage collector, an elementary school kid, a nurse, and a circus ringleader. Plus, 2 total mysteries. What do we all have in common? I don't think Zero would just grab a bunch of people randomly.
There's no point to talking about this. We should just focus on getting out of here.
I agree.
I'm gonna go check on the others then.
Where do you plan on going?
Crew quarters. I think I'll head to the crew quarters.
I see. Right. Later, bro.
Ooh. We're bros now. We're in. Okay. I headed out of the infirmary.
Oh, Sigma. Perfect timing.
You were in the crew quarters before, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Phi, Alice, and I went through all the rooms.
Did you find anything suspicious?
Like a secret door or something?
If I had, you really think I wouldn't have told you?
Anything else out of the ordinary, perhaps?
Out of the ordinary.
What's this book?
Huh? Oh, that's a book of meowed cats.
A meowed?
Oh, sorry. It's just this thing that's happened to me ever since I was a kid. Whenever I start talking about cats, I start talking like one. It doesn't really mean anything, though.
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
Look at this face. Well, not his face. Look at this expression he's giving off with his hands.
So what's the cat book about?
Oh. Well, there's this quantum physics thought experiment called Schrodinger's cat. This book talks about it.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that. A cat is put in a box with a device that has a random chance to release a poison which will kill the cat. That means the cat is both alive and dead until someone opens the box. Something like that, right?
Meowby?
What?
I don't really know anything about it. I'm just telling you what Phi told me.
So it probably isn't gonna give us any hints then.
Orc, you're doing it too.
Oops.
It's spreading. Well, what about you guys?
What do you mean?
You checked out the lounge with Clover and Tenmyoji, and Quark was in the infirmary with Dio and Luna. Anything suspicious there?
Well, this whole facility is pretty suspicious, but I suppose that's not what you meant. Well, the puzzles in the lounge were lunar eclipse themed.
Lunar eclipse?
Yes. Apparently, there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse on December 31st, 2028. All the puzzles were related to that somehow.
Isn't that this New Year's Eve?
I suppose it is. Well, I can't say I know what year, or even what day it is, but Clover was saying something to that effect.
The 31st, huh? I'd been knocked out at dawn on the 25th, so the 31st would be 6 days after that. Lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse. What did it have to do with any of this? Try as I might, I couldn't think of any way an eclipse could be connected with our abductions.
What about the infirmary, Quark? Did you find anything there?
Yeah, we did find something. Just one thing though.
What was it?
Dio and Luna didn't tell you?
No.
Okay. I got it right here. Just a second.
Quark reached into his pocket and pulled out what appeared to be a newspaper clipping. My throat began to tighten as I read it. Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities. The Radical 6 virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire. The WHO, the World Health Organization, has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised. Is this for real?
It seems a little hard to believe.
If it really is some kind of pandemic, though, that sounds like a pretty big deal.
Yes, it does.
There hasn't been anything on the news, though. This is the first time I've even heard of the term Radical 6.
If it is true, then I worry about what might be happening to the world outside. Is there a pandemic raging on the other side of these walls?
Clover's voice shattered the silence.
You guys! Hurry! You need to come with me!
Has something happened?
Yes! I mean, sort of. I mean, we found something. What did you find? It's horrible. It's really scary.
Horrible.
Oh, never mind! Just shut up and follow me. You'll understand when you see it.
Where is it?
It's right over here in the next room. Just follow me.
Clover was first into the room, followed quickly by me, Kay, and Quark. She said nothing, just pointed under the bed. The three of us crouched down and followed her finger. There it was. That was kind of weird, so she ran here presumably from the lounge. Did she walk into the crew quarters while we weren't looking and discover that? Huh, okay. What the hell is this?
I think it's a bomb.
It's so weird how everything she says with a smile. But bomb? No way.
So, thank you, Sigma. Goodbye.
Kaboom. Of course! It was the same bomb I'd seen in my vision. Then it hadn't been a hallucination. Had it actually been a premonition?
We need to tell everybody.
No, it's all right. Luna's out rounding them up. They should be here in just a few seconds. See?
Where is it? Where's this bomb?
No sooner had she spoken the words than the rest of our fellow captives appeared. Luna pushed through them and pointed at the bomb.
There. You see?
For several long moments, we just stared in silence. Slowly, we began to eye one another. Old suspicions suddenly reawakened. It was Phi who finally broke the silence.
Doesn't look like it has a timed detonator. There must be a remote somewhere.
You're right. It'll probably use an active button or switch of some sort, not a dead man switch. If we can get it, we should be safe as long as we don't press the button.
Who was the first person to find this?
Me. And Luna. We found it while we were searching this room.
Okay. I thought you and Luna were in the lounge.
Well, yeah. We looked all over, but we couldn't find anything there. So we gave up on the lounge and came here.
I can confirm that. I wanted to look around the lounge some more, so I stayed back. You guys must have found it when you got here then?
Yes.
How did you know it was a bomb?
Well, I mean, I could tell just by looking at it.
Why?
Well, during my train...
Ooh.
Clover!
Clover's eyes widened and she clapped her hands over her mouth.
Anyway, this is definitely a bomb. I guarantee it.
How do you know?
I just do, okay?
You sounded pretty sure about the switch, too. How do you know all this?
Let's just say it's an occupational hazard.
What kind of occupation do you have?
I can't tell you that.
Spare me the bullshit. This isn't time for keeping secrets.
Please, just trust me. Look, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm sure that's a bomb. And it's not just any kind of bomb. It's an antimatter bomb.
Antimatter?
What?
Wait, you mean a bomb that uses annihilation energy?
Oh, you know what that is? Anyway, yes, you're right.
What's annihilation?
I would have thought you'd know.
Huh? Why?
Well, your name is Quark. You do know what that means, right?
Yeah, Grandpa told me about it. He said it's an elementary particle, one of the smallest bits of matter, but I don't really know anything else.
I see. Can you explain it to him, Tenmyoji?
Me?
Well, you know him best. I thought you could explain it best.
Let me think. I don't know. It's hard to think of a way to explain it in simple terms.
You want me to do it?
Yes, please.
Phi nodded and turned to Quark.
Okay. To begin with, we usually refer to bits of matter as particles, but there are also these things called antiparticles. For example, an electron is a particle with a negative charge. It has a sort of opposite, which is the antiparticle called the positron. It has a positive charge instead of a negative one, like the electron. So, protons have antiprotons and neutrons have antineutrons. Antimatter is a general term that covers all the antiparticles. The thing that's interesting about antimatter is that because it's the opposite of normal matter, when they collide, they both sort of cancel each other out. When they cancel each other out, though, it releases a whole bunch of energy. That process is called annihilation. So, an antimatter bomb is a bomb that uses annihilation energy.
Sorry. I don't really get it.
Oh. Alright, how about this? You've got men and women, right? They're kind of like complete opposites. What happens when you put them together? Well, if there were, quantum men and women, then when you put them together, they'd disappear. Because their opposite elements cancel each other out. Like when a plus cancels out a minus, you get 0. That's annihilation. But when you get annihilation, you also get...
I know! A baby!
Exactly. In this case, the baby you get is the energy from the annihilation. It's not a real baby, of course, but like a baby, it's got all sorts of potential to do amazing things.
That's kind of a strange explanation.
You followed it, though, right?
Yeah!
Yeah, but that thing under the bed isn't going to be making a baby. Just how big of an explosion are we gonna get here?
It's pretty simple, actually. Just use Einstein's E equals mc squared. The mass loss during annihilation will be converted to energy, so...
So you would take the total mass of matter and antimatter and multiply it by the speed of light squared. That should get you the amount of energy.
For example, let's say that it has 350 milligrams of antimatter. That would mean there would also be 350 milligrams of matter, right?
So you'd have 700 milligrams total.
Yes. That means annihilation would produce roughly 63 trillion joules.
63 trillion joules.
That's about as much energy as the Hiroshima bomb.
What the? You've got to be kidding me. there's only 350 milligrams of stuff in there.
Well, technically it's 700 milligrams since you have the matter and the antimatter.
That's not the point. We're talking about something that weighs less than a gram being equal to a bomb that weighed like 10,000 pounds.
Don't get so excited. I think I know what kind of bomb this is. It's probably using antihydrogen. There should only be about 25 micrograms of material in there.
That's less than 1,000th of a gram. So you'd only get about 45 billion joules of energy, right?
What does that mean?
About as much explosive power as 1 ton of TNT.
A ton?
Yes. Well, approximately.
And how exactly should I not worry about that? That's enough to blow up a 10-story building!
True. But it's a lot less powerful than an atomic bomb. We don't know how big this place is. If we can get far enough away from the bomb, we might have a chance of survival.
Perhaps, but how do we know this is the only bomb?
What do you mean?
Look at it carefully. It's got a number 3. Do you see it?
Yeah, you're right.
If the bombs are numbered,
Then there could be a number 2 bomb or a number 1 bomb out there, huh?
yes. There's no way to know if this is the final bomb either. There could be a 4th, or a 5th, or...
Anyway, we can't just sit here and do nothing. We should move it. Somewhere.
Dio stepped forward and reached for the bomb.
No! Don't touch it!
Alice grabbed Dio by the wrist and jerked him away from the bed.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Have you got a death wish or something? This bomb is here because somebody planted it. Do you really think they didn't rig it to go off if some idiot tried to move it?
Well, then what the fuck are we supposed to do?
We'll just have to leave it be for now, until we can find the detonator or figure out how to turn it off.
And you're telling us we should just prance off and ignore the incredibly deadly bomb that is probably gonna kill us all?
There's not much else we can do.
Do you know how to turn it off?
Well, there is a way.
Then spill the beans, lady. How do we turn the damn thing off?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
So, we just need to get this password.
Yes, that's right.
But there's no keyboard or anything on the bomb.
Look again. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
Who would do something like this?
I have no idea. But we can figure out when they did it.
Oh yeah?
When you and I searched this room, we didn't find anything, right? So that means the bomb must have been planted after we'd left.
After we left, huh? But when we went and checked the chromatic doors, we were all there. And after that, we've all been around other people. There's no way anyone could have snuck off to plant it.
I don't know about that. After we finished the AB game, we all split up. But if someone planted it right before then...
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. You don't know, do you? Before we went off to the 3 rooms, we searched the hallway. Everybody was all split up.
Yeah. Anyone could have come by here then. It would have been easy to sneak away.
You know, I don't remember seeing you around, Sigma. What were you doing?
Well, I was just kinda deep in thought, I guess. I stayed behind in the warehouse when you guys went off. Hey, why are you guys giving me that look? You don't think I planted it, do you?
I never said that.
Not out loud, you didn't. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know anything about this bomb.
Really? Are you sure? Back when we were in the AB room, you said you saw the moment when the bomb exploded.
That was, just a... I could hardly say premonition. If they didn't think it was the worst lie on the planet, they'd think I was insane. Wait. This doesn't make any sense. According to Tenmyoji, any one of us could have been in here. Why am I the only one who's under suspicion? Also, there's no way to know the culprit here is actually one of us. Maybe there's someone else in here, and they set up the...
Impossible.
Why?
There's no way that would get past Zero. And there's no way Zero would let anybody do something that would get in the way of the gang going forward. What?
When you say Zero, you mean the AI, right?
Of course.
This is confusing. From now on, let's refer to the real Zero, the one behind all of this, as Zero Senior, which would, of course, make the AI Zero Junior.
Okay, fine with me. Anyway, whichever one it is, they're not going to let a 10th person in, there's no way.
But what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
I don't think it could be.
Why not?
Well, Zero Jr. said so. He said that the real Zero was one of us.
Fine, Clover were right. There couldn't be a 10th guest. And Zero Senior was, without a doubt, one of us. But if that was the case, then could Zero Senior have planted the bomb? If not, then who had? Alice? Dio? Luna? Kay? Clover? Tenmyoji? Phi? Or... It seemed insane, but could it have been Quark? No. Why would Zero Senior have gone to all the trouble of setting a bomb? To make this game more exciting? To make it seem more dangerous? No. It didn't fit at all. But if that was the case, then the person who planted the bomb was someone other than Zero Senior.
Oh no! This is bad!
What is it?
Press the buttons on your bracelet!
Ah, shit. Is this for real?
We've only got 4 minutes until the chromatic doors open!
Let's go then.
You're right. This bomb thing is gonna have to wait until later.
All right, come on, everybody.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
The doors have opened.
We need to figure out who's going where and fast.
So our options this time are,
We don't have time to wait for you to figure it out. Just pay attention. I'm only gonna say this once.
Phi laid out our options. Option A, Luna and I, the yellow pair up with Clover to open the green door. Tenmyoji and Dio, magenta, pair up with Alice, yellow, to open the red door. Kay and Quark, cyan, pair up with Phi, magenta, to open the blue door. Option B, Luna and I, yellow, pair up with Phi, magenta, to open the red door. Tenmyoji and Dio, magenta, pair up with Clover to open this blue door. Kay and Quark, Cyan, pair up with Yellow, Alice, to open the green door. Option C. Luna and I, Yellow, pair up with Alice, Yellow, to open the blue door. Tenmyoji and Dio, Magenta, pair up with Phi, Magenta, to open the green door. K and Quark, Cyan, pair up with Clover, Cyan, to open the red door.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Okay. How are we gonna do this?
We need a system here, or we'll never have time to argue it out. Why don't we let the people who are at the most disadvantage right now decide?
The most what?
The people who only have 1 BP.
Oh, so that would be me, you, and Tenmyoji.
No way. I refuse.
Well, then what would you suggest?
We'll be fair and take a vote.
A vote. So we all just, like, raise our hands for the option we want.
Exactly.
So which one do you want, Alice?
Option C. I want to go with Sigma and Luna.
Tough. Pick something else.
My. Looks like you're not so fond of me anymore. Do you agree with him, Luna?
I'll just let Sigma decide.
Fine.
I'd like option C too. Clover and I were a pair for the first round, so I feel that I can trust her. What about you, Quark?
That's fine with me.
So that's 3 votes for option C, counting mine. How about the rest of you?
I'd like to pair up with Sigma and Luna too.
So, option B then. I'd like to go with Phi. You good with that, Luna?
Sure. I really don't mind.
Then we've got 3 votes for option B.
I'd like to go with option A.
You want to pair up with Alice? You're a strange duck.
How about you, Tenmyoji?
I don't mind going with option A.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
So, 2 votes for A, and 3 votes for B and C. If Clover's vote doesn't decide this thing, we're gonna have to figure out something else out.
Which one do you want, Clover?
I want to go with option C. Quark chose Ally in the first round, and I was with K in the first round.
Then that's what we're doing.
Option C had won with 4 votes. We were almost out of time, and I didn't exactly have a convincing argument. I was gonna have to go with the majority.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
The doors are closing. Let's go!
Come on, Luna, hurry up. We've got to get to the blue door.
Right.
Luna, Alice, and I dashed toward the blue door. I looked over my shoulder in time to see the others disappearing into their doors. Clover, Quark, and Kay had ended up with the red door, and Phi, Dio, and Tenmyoji had gone through the green door.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Wow, this floor is huge. And that's where we're gonna end it. And yeah. Okay, that was actually quite a lot, and there's a whole lot to talk about, actually. Yeah, there's a lot of talk about Alice, there's a lot of talk about the whole bomb thing. There's a lot to talk about, okay, but right now, it's actually very late, and I am very tired, and obviously there was no way for me to communicate this, but my eyes were like drooping at times, just kind of. It's not because the game is boring, it's just, it is very late and I'm very tired, so I'm gonna end this, go to sleep, and then we will reconvene next time when I am more fresh, and I'll go over this episode again, make sure I know what I'm talking about, and we'll have a good old discussion, okay? Sounds good to me. Hope you're all doing alright. I've been The Worm. This has been Virtue's Last Reward. Hope you're well, and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.